What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It is Kevin Forte coming to you today with some big news for the next NHL All-Star Game. Now, I'm kind of pissed because I made this video earlier this weekend, and of course, we've now had it be confirmed for us. So, the NHL's next All-Star Game is heading to Elma, Long Island. The New York Islanders and UBS Arena will proudly be presenting and hosting the 2026 NHL All-Star Game. Of course, that was announced during the right before the train wreck, right before the collapse of the Islanders in the Stadium Series game. They had announced during the game that the Islanders will be hosting the next All-Star Game. And it was a really nice thing. It was really cool to see that. I'm excited to see what they do for jerseys and things like that. Really looking forward to that. But this was rumored this weekend. It's been rumored for the past couple of weeks, and they officially announced it. It's now official. I was talking in my last video about how some other venues, if it's not the Islanders, that I would like to see, whether it was Dallas or Seattle or something like that, would be kind of cool to see that. But they decided to go with the Islanders here. The Islanders, of course, opened their brand new UBS Arena back in 2021. The building is now going to be 4 years old this year. So it's definitely time. The Islanders are now, they're a team that's sort of been, in relevancy. They made it to the conference finals in back-to-back years in 2020 and 2021. And they've gained a little bit of prestige in that regard. Obviously, the New York market, we saw this weekend with the Stadium Series game just how big and important it is. The New York market just generating revenue so easily for sports, especially the NHL. It's really nice to see the NHL giving some attention to the Islanders. The last thing the Islanders hosted, if I'm not mistaken, was like in the 80s. They hosted a All-Star game, which I believe was one of Gordie Howe's last All-Star games, or Wayne Gretzky, one of those guys. It was one of their last All-Star games. That's the last NHL event that I think the Islanders have hosted. I don't think they've ever hosted a draft or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. This is something that, as an Islander fan, I've never seen, and I'm pretty excited for. You see all the NHL going to all these different places and things like that, and the Islanders are going to have an opportunity to host an event like this. Brand new building. That was part of the thing too, right? The Islanders playing at Nassau. There was just no reason or appeal to bring a draft or an all-star game to a venue like Nassau Coliseum. The building was leaking during the third period of games in the upper decks. The building was just old, decrepit, and the NHL didn't want to showcase their one of their bigger events at a venue like that. So now the Islanders have a new building, they have a new infrastructure, everything's set up, and it's going to be lined up perfectly for an all-star game. The Islanders right now are building a sort of downtown shopping district right outside the arena. So not only are you going to have, kind of what we saw this weekend with the American Dream Mall and the MetLife Stadium connection there, but you're also going to have something similar to that. You have the shopping district and the arena there. Of course, you've got the racetrack, which people from out of town will probably want to visit as well just to see it. The Islanders have really worked a lot on kind of building the atmosphere outside the stadium. They have this thing called the rink, which is where you could do an outdoor public figure skating outside the arena. They've got this weird bubble dome that you could pay an egregious amount to sit in and have a little fire and eat some food. The Islanders are now really working hard to kind of fix that and the lack of that they had at Nassau Coliseum. So this is a huge thing for the Islanders to just showcase their brand in a new way, kind of show, maybe some people that have not toured the new building yet. I called it the Coliseum. Got to put that in the Coliseum jar. Some of the fans that maybe their teams have gone there, but they haven't been able to take that road trip. I'm sure a lot of people will knock that off during the All-Star weekend. And you may be asking yourself, Kevin, why are they waiting till 2026 to do that All-Star game? So basically how it works, so this year, of course, was in 2024. We've got the game that was up in Toronto. 2025 is going to be the Four Nations tournament. Of course, that's going to be like an international sort of World Cup tournament sort of style for the NHL. That's what they're doing next year during that end of January slot. And then in 2026, it's kind of interesting to see how they're going to do this because the Winter Class, not the Winter Classic, the NHL's Winter Olympics will be held in Italy. That's going to be in 2026. So, or in 2026, yes. So it's kind of weird that the NHL, despite the Olympics, is still doing the All-Star game. But I think with the way it's going to fall, I wouldn't be surprised if the NHL just has a shortened season. I don't know what they're going to do with that, or everything's a little bit more compact. But the Islanders are going to get it in 2026, despite the Winter Olympics, which I'm interested to see how they kind of play that out. Of course, I'm going to be doing my best to attend that. I think it would be really, really cool to do. It's something you know, I don't know if I'd go out of my way to go to another faraway city to see it, but the fact it's in my backyard, it's less than an hour away, I think I'd be kicking myself if I didn't go to the All-Star festivities. I'm looking forward to it. It's something that's a little different. I think it would be a lot of fun. With that said, you know, again, the bitter taste in my mouth right now as an Islander fan is it's really hard to talk about. You know, they announced it at the Stadium Series game, which was really cool, but everything after that fell apart, and I'm trying to forget it. Still at this point, it's still a bit of a coping mechanism for me, but there is reason to be excited. I'm interested to see some of the mock-ups and the prototype jerseys that we see, and eventually the actual jersey. I'm kind of interested to see what the Islanders do with those jerseys, because there's a lot that they could kind of play off of, and I wonder what they're going to do with that. Is that the return maybe of the kind of the Islanders wave jersey and a fun all-star type of jersey? That would be incredible. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think the Islanders could do for that jersey? Will you be maybe attending UBS Arena for the All-Star Game festivities in 2026? Let me know all of your guys' thoughts down below. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Peace out, guys.